So let's see the example to draw the phasor diagram by this data. The given is draw the phasor diagram of the currents. The currents are given I1 is equal to 2 sin omega t, I2 is given 5 sin omega t minus 45 degree, and I3 is equal to 7 sin omega t plus 30 degree. So you can see the given data is regarding about the currents. Three currents are given, I1, I2 and I3, and they are asked to draw the phasor diagram. Draw the phasor diagram. So in the solution, we are going to start to drawing the phasor diagram. First, we have to express all the currents. These currents are given in the polar form. So we are going to write express the currents in polar form. So first current is given I1 is equal to 2 sin omega t. How we convert it? Simple. We write the maximum current is 2 at an angle of 0 degree. At an angle of 0 degree, because you can see no any angle is given in the equation. Similarly, I2 is equal to 5 sin omega t minus 45 degree. So we can write into polar form the maximum current 5 at an angle of minus 45 degree. Okay. Third current is given I3 is equal to 7 sin omega t plus 30 degree. So we can write it in the polar form. The maximum current is 7 at an angle of plus 30 degree. Plus 30 degree. Again, I repeat, the data is given and asked to us to draw the phasor diagram of the currents, where current are given I1 is equal to 2 sin omega t, I2 is equal to 5 sin omega t minus 45 degree. Third is given I3 is equal to 7 sin omega t plus 30 degree. Okay. In solution, we have to express the given current into the polar form. So how we convert it from equation to the polar form? So I1 is given 2 sin omega t. Polar form, and we can write the maximum current at an angle of 0 degree, because here you can see there is no any angle is given. Okay, then current 2, I2 is given 5 sin omega t minus 45 degree. So we convert into polar form as like the maximum current is 5 at an angle of minus 45 degree. Similarly, third current is given, that is 7 sin omega t plus 30 degree is equal to, in the polar form we can write 7 at an angle of 30 plus 30 degree. Okay, but as we know, in AC circuits, the quantity, may be current or the voltage, continuously fluctuate. Therefore, if we take these values, it is not possible to draw the correct phasor diagram, because in AC circuit any quantity voltage or current continuously fluctuate. So what we do for this? We do first that we convert it into the RMS value. Root means square value. Therefore, practically we have used the RMS value for drawing for drawing the phasor diagram. Okay, so we can calculate I1 is equal to maximum current upon under root 2, okay, at an angle of 0 degree. Then in calculation, after calculation, I get 2 divide under root 2 divide under root 2, that is equal to 1.414 at an angle of 0 degree. Okay, then current to I2, there is maximum current is 5, because we know the maximum current Im upon under root 2. This is the RMS value. Okay, so I2 is equal to 5 divided by under root 2 at an angle of minus 45 degree. Okay, after calculating this 5 divide under root 2, then I get 3.535 at an angle of minus 45 degree. Okay, similarly I3 is equal to maximum current is 7, so I can write 7 under root 2 at an angle of plus 30 degree. So after calculating 7 divided under root 2, I get 4.95 at an angle of 30 degree. Okay, why we calculate this RMS value? Because as we know, in AC circuit there is quantity, maybe voltage or current, which is continuously fluctuating. Therefore, we are going to write this value in the form of RMS value. Now we are going to start to draw the phasor diagram. So let us see. I draw this y-axis. Again I draw this x-axis by the dotted line. Okay, so I get the first current, that is I1 is 1.414, but at an angle of 0 degree. Okay, so I can write or I can draw this current, that is I1 is equal to 1.414. okay, because this is the 0 degree. Okay, and we go as a anti-clockwise. Similarly, current 2 is 3.535 minus. So minus, it means I have to go this side, because already I am drawing the phasor diagram in anti-clockwise direction, and when it comes the minus sign, then I have to draw this is at the below this horizontal line, that is I2, and always you have to draw the current is 1.414. I draw the length of arrow up to this, where the I2 is 3.535 at an angle of 45 degree, at an angle of minus 45 degree, and I draw the longer arrow, because This is should be difference between the value of current and into the what you are drawing the arrow or the line. Similarly, third current we have to calculate 4.95 at an angle of 30 degree. Okay, so plus sign means we are going the anti-clockwise, so it will be at the above, and 4.95 it means it maximum then this I2 as well as I1, so more than both I1 and I2. So I can draw this. Okay, this is the I3 and current is 4.95 with 30 degree at an angle of 30 degree. At an angle of 30 degree. Are you getting? Are you getting? And this is our phasor diagram which is to be asked. Are you getting? Klate? Are you getting this problem? Yeah, okay. Can I repeat it? Okay. Now the question is asked about the phasor diagram. They are going to ask, draw the phasor diagram of the currents. The currents are given. I1 is equal to 2 sin omega t. I2, current I2 is given 5 sin omega t minus 45 degree, and current I3 is given 7 sin omega t plus 30 degree. Okay, and they are going to ask, draw the phasor diagram. So we express the current in polar form. First we have to convert the given equation into the polar form in a simple form. So current I1 is given 2 sin omega t. After conversion in polar form, we get maximum current at an angle of 0 degree. The maximum current is, this is the 2 Im. Okay, 2 at an angle of 0 degree. In current 2, 5 sin omega t minus 45. The polar form will be the maximum current 5 at an angle of minus 45 degree. Similarly, current 3, I3 is equal to 7 sin omega t plus 30 degree, which is equal to maximum current is 7 at an angle of plus 30 degree. So first we convert all the given current into the polar form. Okay, now practically when we are going to draw the phasor diagram, the given current should be in the root mean square values. Why? Because as we know, in AC circuit, quantity, maybe voltage or current, continuously fluctuate. Then if we draw the proper, or we have to make the correct, that first we have to calculate the RMS value. So RMS value for current I1 is, that is 2 maximum current upon under root 2 at an angle of 0 degree. We get 1.414 at an angle of 0 degree. Current 2 I2 is equal to maximum current 5 divided by under root 2 at an angle of minus 45 degree. Then we get 3.535 at an angle of minus 45 degree. And third RMS value of current 3, 7 upon under root 2 at an angle of 30 degree. We get 495 at an angle of 30 degree. Okay, now from this RMS value we are going to draw the phasor diagram. Before drawing the phasor diagram, you should be draw in the dotted line y-axis and x-axis. After then you could be see I1 is equal to 1.414 at an angle 0 degree. It means always while drawing the phasor diagram you should go anti-clockwise direction. So first current is at angle of 0 degree. So I draw this arrow of current 1.414 at an angle of 0 degree. Similarly, current I2 is 3.535 but at an angle of minus 45. So we are going the anti-clockwise. So minus should be at the below the horizontal line. So I2 is 3.535 and I draw second arrow. But the length of current 1.414 is more than current I2, that is 3.535. Therefore, I draw the arrow in the length more than current I1. Similarly, I3 is equal to, we get 4.95 at an angle of 30 degree. So here you can see I draw the more length arrow as compared to current I1 and I2, that is 4.95 I3 at an angle of 30 degree, and by this I can draw the phasor diagram. Okay, now we see the next. Obtain the polar form of given equation. Now, after phasor diagram, it is also essential how we have to draw the polar form. So, one equation is given, E is equal to 141.4213 cos 377 t whole. Okay, and obtain this equation into polar form. Okay, so in the solution we know that first we have to express the E in terms of sine. So express E in terms of sine as E is equal to 141.4213 sine 377t plus 90 degree. Now you can ask me how the cos is converted into sine and how this angle comes, because in trigonometric equation we know sine theta plus 90 degree is equal to cos theta. Okay, therefore we convert this equation from cos to into sine theta plus 90 degree when there is a cos theta. Okay, now compare this equation with given equation. Compare this equation with given equation. Okay, given equation E is equal to Em sin omega t plus phi. Okay, and our equation is Em is equal to 141.4213 volt and phi is equal to 90 degree. Maximum voltage is 141.4213 volt and phi is 90 degree. Okay, this is the maximum voltage and this is the phi or the angle. Hence, E RMS value of above, as we know, maximum voltage upon under root 2, maximum voltage how much? 141.4213 upon 2. If I calculate this, then I get 1.4213 upon under root 2, I get 99.99, which is equal to 100 volt. 100 volt. So the form polar form will be E at an angle of phi, and I get E is equal to 100 at an angle of 90 degree. This is the equation. This is the polar form of given equation. Okay, are you getting? Okay.